know what you've been saying about me. Yeah. I know you think, oh, Kalila, what happened to learning new language? Was it just a phase? We only saw one video about it. Where's the rest of it? Are you still learning Japanese? Do you still only know English? Yes, but for now. The thing is, yes, I only know English now, but no, I did not give up on the goal, okay? We're still tunnel vision here, baby. We're still becoming a polyglot, one language at a time, starting with Japanese. I've seen a lot of people who speak multiple languages only talk as they know the language. They always show the destination and not the journey. Well, this polyglot in training is different. She's gonna show you how to get it done. No language can hold me down. I want to prove to you that no matter what language you set your heart on learning, you can learn it. As a student, I did a ton of research. I found the most effective way to learn a new language, and I want to put it to the test. I want to use this method to help me learn my first language. So, what is it? What am I talking about? What am I alluding to? Glad you asked. Researchers are discussing and talking about the benefits of the 80-20 rule. Now, for those of you who don't know, the 80-20 rule can really be used for a lot of things, but it's super effective for language learning. You can learn 20% of the vocabulary in that language, and it's gonna help you speak 80% of that language. So, with this new gem that I found, the 80-20 rule, and my determination, I've come up with the idea of learning Japanese in 1 year. So how do I plan on learning Japanese in a year? Basically, my plan is breaking the year up into quarters. The first 3 months, I want to focus on that 20%, on learning the most important, most effective vocabulary to get me through most everyday conversations. And I plan on doing this by using Genki 1 and Genki 2. So this is Genki 1 and its workbook. They're basically used for a lot of people to learn Japanese. Between Genki 1 and Genki 2, there's about 1,000 words, and they're used in everyday language most of the time. So with those 1,000 words, and another app I figured out that is also really helpful with learning Japanese, it's called Memrise. It's super helpful with learning the vocabulary I need to get those first 3 months to be as effective as possible. So with me getting through Genki 1, Genki 2, and Memrise within the first 3 months, I want to do another check-in, let you know that, hey, I know most of the vocabulary I'm going to need to use, and I'm going on to phase 2. Phase 2 is where I really focus on learning the grammar, knowing which tenses to use and stuff like that will really be my main focus with step 2. And that's going to make up the first 6 months of my journey. Then the second half of this is all about putting it into practice. It's all about speaking and getting past my personal fears of being wrong or not saying something right. I really just want to focus on getting comfortable with thinking in this language. I want to speak it as much as possible, think about normal everyday things that I would usually think of in English in Japanese. And I also want to implement this thing that I just thought of. It may be a thing already, but I just thought that it was something that would be effective. Once a week, every single week, for 3 months, I want to have a language day where I only speak in Japanese that entire day. Now for this section, I know it's going to be really hard, and that's why I'm going to record it for you, for your comedic relief, and also hopefully to inspire you that you can still learn a language even if you're saying things incorrect in the beginning, even if you're not confident, even if it's completely wrong in the beginning. Those are the stepping stones to real success. Being able to not take yourself so seriously and allow yourself to mess up. Being able to get over that hurdle is really going to help me get comfortable with speaking. So that's my goal for the third half of this whole journey. Now for the last half, I'm really gearing up for just focusing on complete fluency. My goal is to get a tutor that I speak with once, twice a week, and we only speak in Japanese. And I want to go out into the world, maybe to Little Tokyo and New York, and just find people who speak this language and have these conversations, be wrong, be completely ignorant to the language, and just trying my best. And I think that this last half of the year is really going to be where I find huge strides and huge milestones that I complete, because it's where you put in the most work. I think the first half is gearing up for the second half. Now, while all of this is happening throughout each phase of the entire year, I have these other standard things that I want to be doing. What are those? So I want to be only watching TV that is in Japanese, which is going to be hard because I'm watching a lot of good shows right now. I want to only be listening to Japanese music or lo-fi when I'm studying. And lastly, I want to continuously review the vocabulary every single week, even after I'm done with the vocabulary phase. I think having those three as a basis will help me to learn the language a lot better and a lot more effectively. And I think it's going to help make this strategy a lot more efficient. So those are my goals. That is my plan. If you have any suggestions for learning a new language, even better than what I have, if you have any research that maybe I didn't see, please leave them down in the comments below. And I hope that just documenting my journey will inspire you to keep going in your own personal language journey. And even if it's not a language journey, I just hope that it shows you that with hard work, you can truly do anything that you set your mind to. So with that being said, let the journey begin. Sayonara.